Okay, so now the percussive side of it, your right hand, you're actually much more connected to the guitar, and you without using the pick on this, you're going to actually feel as rooted to the guitar as you will ever be. Now, a lot of this has got a bass up slap thing to it. So bass note. Now these right here, I actually, to be honest, you're pulling these two together. But once in a while, you'll find that you're going to be just coming up with this one finger. You're always getting both of these two, which happens quite a bit. Right there, you saw that. Which is in essence the only way to do it without looking like you're hopping the entire thing. You're going to be so you're going to see exactly what I mean by that. So pattern-wise, bass, up, slap. Now, what I mean by slap is you're going to be coming down. The slap happens as a result of you actually coming down on the strings, but not only the boom, you're actually getting the strings. And to demonstrate it without actually doing it and trying to do it slow, it's not actually going to work all too well. But what it is the strings actually hitting the frets, the strings themselves. So you get kind of a steel boom sound, if that makes sense. So you're hearing that. And that isn't just the sound of the knuckles hitting the strings, but it's also a mixture of the strings hitting the frets themselves. So that being the case, you're going to work on that. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So your fingers are always going down on this slap, on the 2 and the 4. If you're counting it, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you're coming down. Now it does take a bit of getting used to this, and anyone who's not used to doing this is going to be going, ow, it's hurting. But it is the whole, there it is. You're actually landing with not only your thumb, but these right here is the section that you're actually going to be focusing on. This section right here, and there it is. If you're looking at how you're coming down. And once again, also a mixture of your palm right here coming down together. So it's a sense of it's a sudden stop mute where you're choking everything, but you're doing it in a percussive manner. I'm sure you could have just entirely swallowed the whole thing, but it seems to lack the percussive thing of it, right? So pattern-wise, we're going to go now. It is very much like a drum beat. You can actually envision what's going on. Kick, ska. So you got your kick, hi-hat, snare. It almost approaches it like that. So as a result, once we combine that with the actual chords, left hand moving very little and the right hand doing, it's almost a mixture of your right hand talking to your left hand and bringing the whole thing together, which gives you that. Now, once again, like I said in the chord section, but you're always going to be rooting onto these first two strings. So 6, 21, slap, 5, 23 together, 5, 23. And what I mean by I'm calling these numbers out is the actual string names that you're going after. 6, 21, 5, 23, 21, 5, 5, 23, 21. So once again, you're getting the 5, 2, and the 3 together, then the 21 together. Now the 5, 23 again together. That one you done on that end of that C, you're actually going. So 5, 21, 5, 23. You're going to find that once you start going through it and you're associating your strings with your right hand, you're going to start seeing the pattern develop. It is a fairly long pattern to try and duplicate it. You will going to start, if you're actually laying it out, you would actually see the pattern completely duplicate itself all the way through. Dun, dun, dun. And again. Dun, 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 dun. Now that pattern. There it is. Now, dynamically, you're sitting very much in the middle because there is the second time they go around, you're not actually changing anything with what you're doing with your left hand, but very much with the right. Your right hand is going to be responsible for dynamically setting the song within the mood that it should be at, which is subtle. The most important thing in this song, essentially, once the guitar has established itself, it's what it's doing. The lead vocals take over, and that, like I said, becomes obviously, lyrically it is what it is, setting the precedence for the song. It's the most important section. Everyone's going to be singing the song. Guitar is taking a back seat. And the one time that it's going to get into your face is the and touch me. The second time we get to it, hold me close, don't. Now the guitar is going to emphasize what the words are. Never let me go. Now, that is coming down. What you just did, you boomed the section there. You are chopping that. You're not coming down on this percussively like you were before. You're actually going to be doing the full stop mute, like I was saying you wouldn't do. But on this one section you do, because you don't have time to set up and get powerful again with anchoring like that with the percussive stop. And it's pretty much all up strokes until you get to your E minor, and an actual full blown E minor because you're using the full open chord to sound as big as possible. Now they're doing that to reiterate how important that one line of the song is. Ever let you go. That spot. And we're going to come back in there. Now a lot of this percussive thing with your chords, you're working on quite a few off times. So it's a on time, off time, off time, on, off time, on. So you're actually pulling yourself on in the off time. Now to sit there with the metronome, to be able to count it and play it is going to seem almost counterintuitive because of the fact that your right hand is leading the beat. And as a result, you're actually following your own pace with this right hand percussively leading the entire thing. So once you mix the right hand in with your left, you start finding, like I said, how your right hand is almost speaking to your left hand in that respect to keep the flow going. So we're going to give this thing another run through on the percussive side with the rest to show you how this whole thing is going to go.